Radu Dragusin is on his way to Spurs in a deal worth $30 million, I presume that is, or is it £30 million?
It's euros. It's
Euro, should I say. Is he really the Romanian Van Dijk?
Well, let's see. He's a tall central defender with a man bun, so surely he must be. He's a physical defender. I think he's decent on the ball. I don't think he's better than Romero and Van de Ven based on what I've seen so far, but he has a high ceiling. I think he can continue to improve. I think playing for Genoa and playing for Spurs and Postecoglou Spurs, it's going to require a really big adjustment, and he's going to have to do that on the fly.
Is he athletic enough?
We'll find out. He's certainly strong enough.
Yeah.
Nasser Khalifi says Paris Saint-Germain are the right club for Kylian Mbappe, and he wants him to stay. Are they the right club for Mbappe in the career development?
I would say not. And I would say Mbappe feels not, that he keeps on wanting to go elsewhere every transfer window or talking about going somewhere every transfer window. The ideal move, I think, has to be to Real Madrid at some point, because that would be, as long as Ancelotti's still the manager, because I know you love Ancelotti, but Ancelotti seems to get the best out of top-class players. So I would think the best move would be to move away from Paris Saint-Germain.
More moves in the Premier League to Dortmund. Ian Matson, who's a player I really like, he's going there on loan from Chelsea. Robbo, he was an attacking fullback at Burnley last year. I thought did really, really well.
Yep.
Pochettino saw him, maybe because he's little, saw him as a winger, didn't get much playing time. Is this the right place for him, or do we still have the same problem? They have a million wingers already. They've added Sancho, and now they've added him too.
Well, if you're looking at him as a left back, Ben Sebaini is the left back for Dortmund. Rierson can play there as well. So he's sometimes they play with a back three, sometimes they play with a back two. So they need a left-sided player that can get forward. He's certainly a good fit. He's just got to make sure he gets in the team and plays regular football. That might be more difficult than said.
So you reckon maybe he'll go back to playing left back?
I think he might go back to playing as a left back, because they've got lots of attacking left.
I think that makes a lot more sense. And he's different. I mean, Rierson doesn't give you anything going forward. Ben Sebaini gives you a lot more, but hasn't been pulling up trees since coming over either.
And has made lots of mistakes, so maybe that's a good move for him.
Timo Werner to Spurs, also done and official now. Is he a good fit? Oh, don't make that face. Remember good Timo before he came to the Premier League?
3 years ago, maybe 3.5 years ago, where I expect him to do wonderful things at Chelsea because he had pace, he scored goals, he looked as though he's a clever mover off the ball, but we didn't see that at Chelsea. And I think he's lost his confidence. He's not been so good when he's gone back to Bundesliga. I think he'd be a squad player for Spurs more than anything else. As a loan, it's okay. I wouldn't buy him outright as a permanent move.
I think he was poor at Chelsea and way overpaid at Chelsea. But I think a lot of his mistakes were finishing errors. I think Ange knows that he may or may not regain that. But he can do so much for you in terms of energy, in terms of work off the ball. Maybe he'll turn into some Gabriel Jesus type.
And you like Ange as well, don't you? You think he's a great manager. Maybe he'll get the best out of Timo Werner. Let's hope he does.
£14.5 million to make the move permanent for Works Out. Not a bad deal.